Hey, my name is Hassan Bash, and this is something that I want to share with you. Are you someone that is overwhelmed and sometimes you start the week and the demands of life start taking you away from the main goal and keeping that main goal the main goal? Well, what I'm about to share with you is the solutions that have helped me in my journey as an entrepreneur, as in the world of marketing and agency owner, and this is what I want to share with you. Weekly reflections and weekly outcomes are one of the things that I have done that changed the journey of my focus. Now, sometimes we have this thing called Friday comes in, and where we want to kind of shut down and go to Saturday and move on and just work more. Where you could actually spend just 1 hour a week, 1 hour to reflect on the week. What are your wins? What are your losses? Sometimes you might think that you're losing when you're actually winning in the world of sales or marketing or client retention. Now, how do you do that? You just reflect. What are my wins based on my personal and professional side? If you want to break those categories down, you break it down very easy. Let's break it down to 4 things: health, wealth, love, and relationships. You break it down. How is my health? Mentally and physically. 2. Second is wealth. How is my money? Am I paying my bills? Am I paying my credit cards? Am I paying all these different things that I have, my team, this and that? Just reflections on a weekly basis. You're not paying that every single week, but there's things that you got to check in with your wealth. The third one is going to be more of your, we talked about health, wealth, and then third one is your relationships with your loved ones, friends, things that you need to follow up on, nurture, because sometimes you got to nurture your team. You need to connect with your team. You need to nurture. You got to have a one-on-one with your team. They might need someone to guide them through that journey, or someone personal, your kids, your wife, your husband, whatever that is. Lastly, of course, is your own happiness. Are you happy? Because if you're not happy, it's so hard to attract anything. Because one thing that comes down, like think about it. Sometimes you're going to be in the green, sometimes you're going to be in the red. Red is overwhelmed, exhausted, don't know exactly what you're doing when that happens. And this happens to all of us, happens to me. Now, the green aspect is when you are in the world of love, gratitude, and joy. Find the love with what you do. If you're not doing that, it's hard to attract things. Find the fun, the joy, find the gratitude. When I say thank you, you feel that frequency, you feel that, so that all that other stuff becomes real. This is just simple law of attraction stuff that I wanted to plug in with the weekly reflections and then weekly outcomes. So that's one thing. Just remember, red, green. How do you navigate from red to green? Or how could you navigate to love, gratitude, and joy? That being said, let's focus on the outcomes. Now, spending time on your outcomes as you look at your categories of your life. If it's business, sales, marketing, whatever that is, what is my outcome in my health this week? What is my outcomes in my mental health? I don't know if you do any mental exercises, but there's a lot of things that you can do mentally. Games, chess, whatever that is. There's so many different things to exercise the mind and your memory and your performance with your mind based on your sleep. Because sometimes you're working so hard that you didn't sleep the whole week. You slept 4 hours, 3 hours, and now it's catching up. So that is something to think, because you're not going to make good decisions. I promise you, you will not make good decisions, not just because of sleep, maybe because you're not hydrated. Sometimes we're just not hydrated so that we can't even think about how to become more productive or know our outcomes within that moment, within that day. So know your outcomes based on the category: health, wealth, relationships, and your own happiness. And that's how you plan your outcomes ahead. Now let's summarize this whole thing. It comes down to coming down for 1 hour a week, spending time on reflections, what happened, what didn't happen, and then what is your outcomes for next week on consistent basis. It's like the big 3, same thing, but just on a weekly basis for your personal and professional side of things. Other than that, thank you so much, and if you have any questions, just comment below.